It's the NOCO AIR10 portable inflator, 10 amps, 60 psi, really. Ultra fast. Got a little textured box too, automatic shut off, all the good stuff you want, a whole bunch of details, illustrations all the way around, very nice packaging. Got a little slit right here, not sure what that's about. Alright, so slide it out. Another very nice box, marking all around. Let's see how we get it out of here now. Yep, folds out like that. Another nice addition. This top padding thing, which probably I would say has absolutely no function other than coolness. Alright, let's get focused on what we're looking at here. Oh, we got like a nice carrying bag, branded. And that's it for the box. So, busy workbench? Yes. Alright, so this is everything you get in the box. Very nice bag even. This is small. Oh my goodness. Reminds me of one that I had back in the day. It was like very similar size. It was a linear pump. This seems to be the same as a linear pump. Very long cord. It's affixed in here. It doesn't unplug though. And like no cord wrap of any sort. There is a cord wrap for your plug. This screws on. That's cool. A place to hold a football thingy. That's cool. And a place to hold a inflatable raft or, you know, other thing. This is rubber right here, but it's rigid. It's cool. This is very cool. Oh wow, look at this controls on top. It's got an on-off button, and forward, back, and a light button. Branding everywhere. There's your light right out the front. So you'd have to unwrap to even get view. Alright, well, at this point, nothing else to look at, and ooh and ah. I think it's just a matter of plugging it in. Oh, this is kind of loose. I often lose stuff like this, but it's got a retainer in the back. So I think that's going to stay. It's just loose because whatever, you know, no big deal. Really nice with the rubber feet though, because something I find like most of the companies that do this don't put a lot of emphasis in that. What does this say? Inflator turns on and off at the end of the cycle. Pressure accuracy. Okay. There's got to be a screen somewhere, so I'm going to have to fire this up to find it, but let's do that. Alright, get this plugged in. There's the display we're looking for. Very sleek where you can't even, I didn't even know that's what it was. Sorry, it looks like it's saying set 15 psi. You go up and down, power button, light. The light doesn't come on unless you hold it down, which I actually prefer because I'm probably not going to use the light mostly. Turns off and on each cycle. So you walk this up to your PSI you're interested in. And when you're at your PSI you're interested in, you press the on button. Whoa, it is loud and sounds very powerful. Yeah, I can feel the pressure coming out of the end of the device here. So, quite powerful. There is this little hook on the on the end of the cord, and I imagine I gotta look at the directions, but I think that's gonna be to hook onto the wire like that, because it's a perfect fit. So all right, I guess we gotta pump up a tire to see anything. So let's see what's what. So of course it's gonna act weird when I'm trying to video it. I'm at 30 frames. So anyway, this should register. You see that 224 on there? If I plug this into the car, it registers 36. 36 is actually where the tire is at. So let me let this down. I'm not gonna let it go down to nothing, but the tire is completely down. So 19 pounds, 18 pounds of pressure. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it down. And I'm gonna set this to what I want, 38. $38.5. Let's do that. Oh, got a different sound. Deep sound. Look at that. 22. Now it stopped for a bit and did like a circular motion, and then came right back on. I don't know what that's about, but we're getting close to the setting that I requested. I don't know if that's a glitch or something. I guess I'll have to, pay attention to that. But here we go. We're about to hit my thing, my temperature. Not temperature, but yep. And it did that. It did that circle, and then doing it again. So now I went to 39. And it's sitting there. Okay, it finally went off. Not sure why it does that. Okay, it went back down to 38.5. Let it sit there for a second. That's weird. Alright, yeah. I mean, so at the end of the day, it does have that technology. I'll go and get this off. That technology that allows you to fill the tire and walk away. Because before back in the day, we used to hate that so much. You would set this thing up and you'd be filling the tire and it'd take you forever, and then come back and it's overfilled or whatever the situation was. This, you set it and forget it, and that's cool. So it's still at the set. It's not showing me the pressure. Obviously it's not going to show pressure because it's not hooked up to anything, but and it does say set right there. So I'm gonna have to test it. That's a good test already. But as far as the fit and the finish and the feel, this feels like superior to anything I've ever owned. So I'm gonna say that this rubber bottom, superior to anything I've ever had. The way it just stood there and just took it. It made a deep sound, but it was just solid. Like a lot of them are walking all over the place when they're pumping. This is hot. So normally this is the thing you get with an inflator like this. It will get hot because it's pumping out some pressure. The time it took me to get from 18 pounds of pressure up to 38 was about 2 minutes plus. So like 2 to 3 minutes, I'd say. And that's like the meat of it. I could have went down to 0, but to be honest with you, they fill up so fast until it gets to about 15 that it's not even worth doing a test on that. 38, that's more of a contest for it, and it did it in minutes. So you're not gonna be sitting there waiting forever for that thing to fill. So that's all I got to say about it. If it fails or something after a few uses or something, I'll update the review. I'm a big updater. If it's not up to par or something goes wrong or this thing leaks at some, I'm definitely going to update it. So just keep a lookout for that, and I'll put a date by my update and what happened and why. So anyway, thanks for watching.
All right, so this is my review here of this new compressor, portable in-car use compressor I got from NOCO. It's their AIR10 model, and it comes in real nice packaging, actually, with a really nice storage baggie here. It's like a super nice fine weave material, the cool emblem on there, but always nice to have somewhere to keep everything together, although this thing is remarkably well put together. I'll go to that in a second here. Here's your instructions, QR codes. That's definitely the way to go nowadays, so you can always have that, bookmark that page if you need it, not worry about not having your instructions. You might need them if you're out. So, and that's it, because this guy is a one and done, one-stop shop for compression. I really like how all-inclusive this is. It's got a standard hookup here for car tires, but you also have tucked in underneath here different a needle there and another gauge for like inflatables. This thing, I want to show you a light. NOCO loves putting lights on their products, so that is super helpful at night. I don't need that right now, but it's always appreciated that that's included, so you don't have to worry about juggling a cell phone light or not having light. But this is it right here, and it's all you need. I love, so I'm at 35 psi right now for my Honda Pilot. This here is a really nice long cable. It's got no problem reaching all four of my tires in this SUV, and I'm plugged into just a standard 12 volt port there. So that's easy peasy. And all you got to do here is set the pressure you want with these arrows. So whatever you need. You can see there is a red set notification there, marker to let you know what the set pressure is. And then I will just plug it in here in my tire. My tires are actually pretty low. I've been hauling a lot recently from home that I have across town from where I live, and then we made this trip here up north for the weekend, and our Pilot actually is signaling pretty low pressure, and we actually have pretty low pressure indeed, so I'm really grateful that I have this in the car. So I was planning on checking my pressures sometime a bit later, because the car was actually just in the shop, so it must have just gotten low pressure from the hauling I've done recently. But yeah, super grateful. So you saw how easy that was. I'm just screwing that on. One, I love that it threads. Okay, so you don't have to, no more like hingling in there, and you always bleed out a bunch of pressure with the type that has a tab. So that's right away. It's a great first impression. So now that's secure on there. It's got a really good seal, and I'm reading this is, you can see the set is off. So this is my live pressure. So now let's just double check our set, and let's go. 35 set from 27.5. With that threaded on to the nozzle, it feels very secure. I don't have to worry about it. And it's just going to climb on up there. 35. So one thing that's really cool is that it says this here on this note, inflator turns on and off at the end of cycle for pressure accuracy. So you're going to see it actually think as it approaches, since it's going to dial this in to 35 and then stop. And I did 2 other tires. So here it's going to dial in, and it might go about 35.5. Stop, and that way when I get a little air release from here, it knows I'm actually true at 35. See that? Do one more little tap probably, and we've arrived. So this is what I really love, because I'm always concerned about accuracy with traditional. So you hear a little bit of air there as I'm unscrewing this. And now we're at 35.5, where that finally landed. So now we're off, so it's showing just that pressure again. The crazy thing is, this is my third tire, and this thing is like not hot at all. So I've been using the Black & Decker, air compressor, and that thing gets so hot. It actually has these designated handles in plastic, and the compressor is like a metal tube, and you have to be real careful to use those handles, especially after your first tire. But this thing is just a little bit warm, like almost like a pleasant warm, but I'm really impressed with what they've done with that. So I'll go on to my next tire here, and then that is it. That's as easy as it gets. Thread onto the nozzle there, set your pressure, set go, walk away, do whatever, come back when it's done. Love it. NOCO AIR10.
Guys, I hope you're doing well. I bought this from Amazon. As you can see, the front part has a light and the bottom part has the head you want to use. It's made with the metal. I like it. The quality, it seems very good. Compressor is also nice. I will update you after using it. And it has a bag and it's a wire. The only issue, probably I don't like it, they can cover this wire much better, but it's just they did everything great. And here there's a button, as you can see, if I can zoom it, and the turn on and off button. But here they do the same, little bit cheap, and they at least they they made it with the protected with some silicone with just wire. But regardless of that, has a great and long. Thank you for watching. Bye.